Great rise. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. You know who it is. Your girl, Queen, Goddess, the King, Advocate. Just getting ready for Melanated Monday, setting up a couple minutes early. So if you get here and nothing's happening, it's because you're early for once, and I appreciate that. But I'm getting some things together, making sure we don't have any technical difficulties. All right. So questions that you may have, get them ready. That's what I'm saying. Get them ready. All right. We got a couple minutes, so just bear with me. Hopefully you all will be here tonight. We can have some conversations like we do, perhaps get some answers, some understandings, and some peace. All right, that's what we're about, getting some peace. So give me a moment. And again, thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate your consistency with me. You all know who it is. You know what it is. It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King, Advocate. It is Melanated Monday. I'm a couple minutes early, so let's give myself some time, make sure we have no technical difficulties, as I have just told YouTube. So I'm giving you all a couple minutes, because I'm early, so I got to be fair about it. Giving you some time to get here, get acclimated, get yourself ready, questions, comments, concerns, get on in here early. So I just wanted to make sure that got everything together before we start. Miss Carla, I see you. Philando, thank you, loved one. I appreciate you all for being here. I greatly do. I greatly do. I guess I need to start early then. Start coming in early so my folks will show up on time. We got to do it like that. It's all good. But I appreciate you. Nonetheless, I said I wanted to just make sure that everything was functioning the way it needs to be functioning before we actually get started. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full hour conversation. I will warn you ahead of time. It will be interrupted. Okay, it will be interrupted. But Martin is in the building. What's going on, loved one? I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, we will have some pretty good conversation. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full hour or not, but I definitely want to hear you all's comments, questions, concerns, and ideas. Okay, I want to part. Y'all know. If you don't know, you ain't been here, because we do when we do what we do when we do it. All right. Give me a minute. But if you all have any questions, like right out the gate, that you want to ask, by all means do so. We don't have to wait on that. It is 9 o'clock. Okay, it is exactly 9 o'clock, so I can move forward. So for those of you who are here, I'm gonna have to pause. Michael Mayo has joined us. Great topic is quarantine level up. All right, I'm not going to be discussing in any more detail what is transpiring around the world at this moment. Y'all already know. Y'all know what we're dealing with. Y'all know what's in our face every day. You know what the consequences and the circumstances are. I'm not giving no more light. All right. No more energy does this thing get. The quarantine part of it and what we should be doing during this time, why I connected the quarantine and the up together, just give you all something to think about. When people get quarantined, it's a separation from pretty much either everybody or a particular group of people. Cecil, I see you, beloved. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. There is a separation of a group of people or a mass of people being done so because they are contaminated in some form. Okay, I'm not going to extend that any further than it needs to be, but I want you all to just think. I'm giving you permission, okay, to think. I don't want to have to suspend anybody's thinking privileges from this moment on, okay? You have some greater than yourselves, okay? But just think. This is a time where everybody at this point is on high alert. They're in panic mode. The playing field is level, though, at this point. Great rise, Stacy. Thank you for being here, loved one. I appreciate you. I'm still here. I'm going to reach out to you. But the playing field is level. They're going to be able to get food and water and toiletries and that type of thing. I get it, but think about this. First of all, this type of thing happens every election year. Okay? Every election year, we got some kind of drama going on, some kind of epidemic, pandemic, whatever. Something is going on every election year, and it only lasts for 21 days or so. I see you. Thank you for being here. You know, I appreciate you. And I got that book I told you. But I want you all to just think, okay? While we are in quarantine, there is not a whole lot that you have access to. There's not a whole lot that you can do outside of yourselves, outside of your homes or wherever you are. There's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot that you're being given access to. As we've said many times before, everything, keep that in mind. During the time that we are in this quarantine, think about what it is that you have an ability to do to maintain. And what makes me think about what I thought about earlier, when I talked about the playing level, the playing field, I should say, being leveled out. Those people, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, so forgive me, but the points will come out. People who are used to being economically elite, socially elite, they've learned how to manage having access to certain resources, having access to an overabundance of resources. When those resources are taken away or diminished because they are not learned how to cope with things with less than what they have, then a complete friend would have not been used to being economically elite or socially elite, who have spent most of our lives either barely getting by, scraping up, living check to check, whatever the case is. We've learned to manage what we've had. We've learned to figure some things out. We've never really leveled out. Do not panic, okay? Don't panic. Think about where you are right now, what you do have access to, what you do have the ability to accomplish, what you can create. You are creators. Think about what you have right now. And I'm not even necessarily talking about the tangible things. I'm not talking about anything that you went out to the store and bought. I'm talking about things a lot of people don't go to the job to clock and says to being under the rule of anybody or anything else at this point. This is the time to level up. Get your house in order. Get your shit together. Get your business tight. Figure out how to make your money again before it becomes a different type of currency. The woe is me attitude, the behavior, it worse before it get better, all of that. Okay, that might be the case. It get worse. It just might. However, those of you who are aware of whose you are need not panic in the first place. If you know whose you are, you don't need to panic. But this is the time to think about the resources that you have, the resource that you are, the power that you are, the creative. Utilize each other's resources. Don't concern yourself with not having access to the paper dollar, because that's not the money. That's not the currency. The currency is your resource. This is a time right now where we need to be bartering with each other so we know that we got everything we need. This ain't about, no, let me get that from you, let me get that, and we're not exchanging equally. This is barter time. exchanging energy, exchanging gifts, exchanging resources. That is the currency. That is the currency. That's what steady moving. Utilize that. It's not about the paper money. That ain't shit. That's not the money. Your ability is the currency. Your resources are the currency. Your exchanges with one another is the currency. While we're in quarantine, keep in touch with your people. Have more conversation with your people. See, okay. Look, let me calm down. Let me calm down for a minute, because there's so much. We are being asked to not have contact with one another. We are being asked or told, if you will, not to have face-to-face interactions with people, not to commune with people and interact. Why is that? Aside from the virus, a certain frame of mind, they communicate, they educate, they create, they procreate, they invent, they find ways to overcome, they access their natural strengths, they access that spiritual ability, they get reconnected to the spiritual source, they're more open to hearing divine instruction, they can move forward in stealth mode, they can do things that the enemy can't stop or see, they hear a different way, they see differently, they just move different. Everything is different when you communicate with one another. But once that's cut off, once you have become quarantined and isolated, your mind goes into a different state. Like people that are in a defensive mode, or it puts them in like a helpless mental state, if you will, where it's just not healthy. Where if they were around other people, they would have access to intellectual conversation, access to resources, access to life, if you will. So during this time of quarantine is the time to level up. It's not the time to be distancing ourselves from people. It's not the time to be shut off from people like they want us to be. All right. We should be in this group that people don't want us in. Large groups doesn't mean you can't go to somebody's house. Gather, have communications in your gathering, exchange information in your gatherings, level up, figure out what it is that you all have as a collective that will cause you to move forward, to get through this and anything for that matter. This is temporary. It's very temporary. It's important to pay attention to what is actually going on, not just what they're showing you. Because also paying attention, they're also at this time pushing the sense where everything is shut down. During the time where people are not supposed to communicate with each other. During the time where all this stuff is for a reason. I'm just saying, don't get blinded. Don't get blinded. Don't get thrown off into what they want you to see. Pay attention to everything that's not directly in your face. Listen to all the words that are not being spoken to you. Everything is everything. Okay? The things that are not, you need to be paying. Those are the most important. But we're blinded. We're being distracted. We're being put into a fearful frenzy, where all we're concerned about is, am I going to have enough water? Can I get that last case of water? Am I going to be able to buy that last canned good that's rotting any damn way? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to be able to get this toilet paper? Whatever. You know, we doing shit without thinking about us from any disease, exactly. But we still are told to come to work, exactly. Now things are changed. Let me see, are changing all of a sudden, exactly. Exactly. I came to Cleveland because I needed to see my parents. My mom is in an assisted living. These people told me, we can't help you. You can't see her. The only way you would be able to see her is if she was in hospice and dying. Well, I don't even want to put no more energy off into that particular subject. Is really about how to utilize this quarantined time to your benefit, how to pay attention to what's really going on, what to do right now. I said, don't focus on the things that you don't have, because you have everything you need. People went 40 days and 40 nights fasting with nothing, into a fearful zone where you forget who and whose you are and what you have the ability to do, what your resources are, because your resources are each other. We are the resources. We are what's going to keep each other level. On another note, this is also a time, I said, where the playing field is leveling. So the first shall be last, the last shall be first, the tail shall be the head shall be the tail. Things are about to change drastically. It's not necessarily in a bad way. For those who understand the position of our people spiritually, we have been demoted, if you will, because of ignorance, because of disobedience, because of choice, all of that. If you utilize this time now to get yourself to your source, when the shift changes, you will be amongst those that are put in the forefront. It's going to happen that those people, like I said earlier, those people who are used to being elite, who are used to having the haves, is going to come a time. It's right now. It's happening right now where they're not exactly what to do. Things, the table is turning. D. Judah Ali says, "Dry bones awaken." What you say? Okay, exactly. The dry bones awaken. I love that. Dry bones awaken. Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. We got to pay attention to everything that's going on and not allow this fear to distract us from who we are. Who and whose we are are the key. We were supposed to be the example anyway. Okay? So the position that we've been in over these past hundreds of years was not our natural position in the first place. So the tables are now turning, where what is supposed to be natural will go back to its natural position. I'm just saying. But if you stay in a fearful mentality, you're going to miss it again. You're going to miss it again. You're going to stay in the same position that you're in, and it's not natural for us. Kevin Clark Sr., well, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. I think this is your first time, so I appreciate you for sure. But get your house in order. Don't allow what is being put in your face to be a distraction from doing what it is that you know how to do, from doing what you know you can do. Don't quarantine yourself from other people out of fear of the virus. You need to stay in contact with people. This is the best time to be networking with folks, to level up, to make money, to be that currency, to be that transferable energy that holds value no matter what changes. We are the money. We are the currency. If you have any question, comment, or concern at this point, please share it. You know I like to talk to you and with you. I don't want to just talk to myself. I said, I don't know if we're going to be here a full hour or not, but I just want to, I don't know if this is words of encouragement, because y'all know how I do. I'm not really the encouraging speaker. I like to provoke something. Be doing something. Be building a business. Finish the one that you started. I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something about me, okay? 3 years ago, I started a project that I just started it. I hadn't had the access or resource or whatever to really move forward with it. Do you know, yesterday and today, I done pushed forward in 2 days, something that I've been trying to do for 3 through most of it in 2 days. Okay? Who's that? Jared? Loved one, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, love. So utilizes what's going on, Pratt? Thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you. Utilize this time to get your business together, get your house in order, get your mind clear, get your spirit reconnected to the source. Do all of that. This is the time where your power is happening in 2 days. You already know what happened in 2 days, Adonis Action Pratt. I was working with you and I got my documentary stuff done. That's what happened in 2 days. All right. D. Judah Ali says, Christ would be proud how you talking in parable to his blood relatives about their identity. Oh, that's what's up, yo. I appreciate you, beloved. I do what I do. Like I said, I paid a lot of attention to myself, you know, how I think, how I process, but I'm more spiritually open to receive divine download. I'm open. I'm receiving. I'm manifesting. Which is why I'm saying what I say to you all, because this is the time to get your divine download. You in solitude now. You can't do nothing. Sometimes the Most High got to do the most drastic things to get our attention. Sometimes he got to put you on lockdown so he can speak to you, because now you can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. You can't tell him you don't have time. You got things to do. Oh, really? I'm going to shut all that shit down. Now what? Now, this thing right here is very deliberate. It's very purpose. It's very much necessary. Damn rock, what's going on, loved one? Appreciate you for being here. It's very necessary what's going on. So utilize it correctly. Utilize it for what it is. This is not necessarily a damning thing. This is a wake up for people. It's a wake up. It's a movement call. You are being instructed now to get off your ass and put your boots on and prepared for war right now. People are not prepared to move because they are in protective mode. They're fearful. They balled up. They're scared. They don't know what to do. All you need to do is put your boots on, put your armor on, put your gear on. Go do it. This is the time right now, because nothing can stop you right now. Nothing can stop you right now. What you saying, brother? He said, if this virus was airborne, wouldn't it be in your water? Wouldn't it be in your water by now? Indeed, with everyone taking baths, the people, okay, they're gonna have to, because the people that are leading and are staying true to that position, no matter what the battleground looks like, they're gonna lead the people to safety. They're gonna have to follow, and if they don't, well, that was a decision. You can't save everybody, because not everybody wants to be saved. That's NEWS. Not everybody wants to be saved. News. I don't worry about them. They will utilize their thoughts. Conspiracy facts now, buddy. Indeed. What's going on, Fraser Beats? Thank you, beloved, for being here. I appreciate you. So again, utilize this time, you all. Utilize this time to think for yourselves, because there's always somebody or something trying to play you as a puppet. This is your opportunity to cut cords and think for yourself. Think for yourself. Move for yourself. Prepare for yourself. Do for yourself. This is the time for wake up. This is the time for movement. This is the time that these talks should really provoke you to move now. You are only stuck if you decide to be stuck. You are only incapable if you make the decision to be incapable. You understand? There's no reason, no matter what is going on already. You are it. You were created it. You don't need anything else. Mr. Pratt says, I'm sharing your live now with my friends. They needed to hear this. That's what's up. I appreciate you. And if you all have not already subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so, because I'm about to have some things going on over there that will not be going on Facebook. So if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that. Okay, I got some things coming up that only YouTube's gonna have access to, and I don't want you to miss that. All right, but again, during this time of quarantine is a time to level up. It's not a time to ball up. It's not a time to be afraid. It's not a time to be running and hiding. It's time to get up. Get up. Because if you haven't already noticed, ain't nobody giving you shit. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. They're trying to take complete access away from you for everything. But if you have sole dependency on these things that were given to you or allowed for you to have access to, if you are completely dependent on that, then yeah, you're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. You're going to repeat this cycle at least one more again. There's no need for that. No need for it. Quarantine, level up. Get up. Get off your ass. Get off your asses. Put your boots on. Put your coats on. Go out there in the trenches. Fight now. Because the playing field has been leveled out. Now you can see. You know what I'm saying? Where before it was hilly. It was mountainous. You couldn't see over it. Now it has leveled. It's right here. I see, love. When I thank you, beloved, Jackie show up. So I appreciate you as well. Yeah, we got some folks showing up that have never been here, so I'm appreciative of that. If you feel inclined to share this video, please by all means do so. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, share them here. Share them. This is the moment where I told you all I was going to have to walk away for a quick second, real quick, okay? Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, y'all. Thank you. All right. Yes, peace and blessings. Just utilize quarantine time as reflection time. Do that. It's reflection time. Go into your own selves. Pull out your own power. Reconnect to your spiritual source, your resource. My second is up. I'm back. And level up. That's what I'm saying. Level up. Don't be afraid. There's no reason for you to be afraid. No need to be fearful. That is not a spirit that the Most High gave us in the first place. We got nothing to be afraid of when we having access to. You, if that's the case, then definitely you need to be utilizing quarantine time to self-reflect. You definitely need to be reconnecting to your spiritual source. If you are afraid of losing yourself, that's a problem. That, my friends, is a problem. See, now I'm starting to sweat. Anyway, what you saying? Stop following. There is a script. I cannot word it. I can't quote it, but it talks about how people will follow and believe and accept the words of people based on who they are, based on their position. So you have the sheeple who will follow the pastors, who will follow the teachers, the so-called leaders or whatever, without asking questions, without searching for themselves, any of that, just because are causing these people, they're leading them to their own demise. You're not going to get that here, first of all. You're not getting that here. All right? Utilize this time. I don't even have to go. I know, right? You like it? Utilize this time for you. Utilize this time to self-reflect. And I'm going to keep repeating this. Do not allow fear to cause you to not get, be, or do what you are called to get, be, or do. There are many people, organizations, whatever, that are not functioning in their capacity because there are organizations and people who are not doing what they were called to do for the benefit of other people because they are being led by fear and they're not doing it. So they're causing other people to miss their blessings. They're causing other people to not have access to them because they're operating out of fear. There's always a way of doing something that needs to be done. When the Most High said, this is what I need you to do, when I need you to do it, it's time to be still, sit still and be quiet so you can hear the divine instruction. Get the download. Everything you need to do, every place you need to be, every person you need to interact with, you're being told that. You're given that instruction. You are being given the instruction. All right, loved one, I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Caesar says, definitely will have to build up your spiritual strength. Life or death decisions are on the way. I had this conversation today, brief thought. One, if you all have not been paying attention to the movies that have been put in your face over many years, decades, whatever, they've been very deliberate. Pay attention to the messages. We talked about The Matrix. Some of you are not familiar with Purge. You need to watch that. I think they're on 3 now. People basically run rampant where wickedness was allowed. You had a certain amount of time, I don't know if it was a day, 48 hours or whatever, to do whatever the hell, and there were no consequences. Don't think for a minute that that's not getting ready to happen. Don't think that's not getting ready to happen. That shit's for real. Am I trying to instill fear in you? Absolutely not. Just be prepared. Be ready. Stay guarded. He said the guillotines are ready for service. Like all this is real. Again, this is not to incite any fear. Most High does not give us that. We don't have to be fearful. Just have to be observant, have to be aware and stay prepared. Stay open, stay connected so you can get the instruction. You will be told what to do. You will be told where to go and how to get it if you are open, ready, and able to receive the divine instruction. If you turn it off, you will not get it. That you are taken in as quote unquote food. Everything ain't meant for consumption. D. Judah Ali says movies are their version of white magic in which they tell you the strategic plans of the elites. Absolutely. That supposedly is how they keep balance by telling you first. Right. And people look at it as entertainment only. So it's like, yeah, that was a good movie. And that's that. It's this conversation. But the information is being presented. The information is being put right in your face as it is in books. The information is being put right in your face. But again, we just look at things as, everything is entertainment. Responsible for having to do anything, to having to make any type of change. Change is coming, people. It's already here. It happens. It happened just that quick. It happened just that quick. Okay. Again, however, this moment is about what to do in your moment of quarantine. What to do, take this off, in your moment of quarantine. Reflect, reconnect, get your house in order, get your spiritual relationships in order. Tighten the hell up. Keep them boots on, get your armor on, get your weapons out. What's your weapon? Truth, fact. That's about it. That's all you need. Facts. You need the truth. Okay? You got the information. You get the information all the time. What you do with it is your weapon. How you apply the information is your weapon. Some of y'all take that shit out. It's a sword. It's time to use it now. You cannot be afraid to use it because they're not afraid to use it against you. You have the information. You have the weapons to defend yourself. And you may have to use the weapon to do what weapons are used for, other than to just defend yourself. I'm just saying. I ain't going to go no deeper than that. Anyway, use this time. You need to say something else? Feel free to do so. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, please share them. If you want to share this video, by all means do so. We don't have to get off unless you want to, but I want you all to make sure that you've got the information that you needed. I never want you to leave here unedified. I'm trying to give you food, nourishment. that started with a seed, that started with tilled soil, good soil, assume it. You got. I think Judah Ali says one key to using information is to first connect to self. That is not only a spiritual identity, but a physical one. We're not discussing that part tonight. Right. They ain't ready. But I definitely appreciate you, loved one. And that is absolutely correct. I'm going to read that again. One key to using information is to first connect to not only a spiritual identity, but a physical one. Because I don't want to give you more than you can swallow. There's no shot that most people are here are babes, and it's cool, and I appreciate that. I respect that. Just know that eventually you're gonna have to bite down on some meat-like substance. You heard what I say? It's a meat-like substance. You're gonna have to eat some real food. I'm giving it to you the best way I can, and I will continue to do so. But I'm not gonna force feed you. I'm gonna put it on your plate and present it. It's up to you to eat it. Take it in a certain order, even. How about that? In a certain order. Everything is about a divine order. Decent and in order is the way things have to be conducted. Decently and in order. All right? All right, loved ones. I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to keep you here, I should say. I definitely appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you for being here every time you show up of information to be used as a vessel of light for you all. That means a lot. So hopefully you all will take the information that is being given to you and you apply it. You apply it. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, and it doesn't have to be just about what we're talking about on a particular night. If you all want to talk to me at any time, reach out. Just reach out. You can get me right here. You can get me on Messenger for those for a reason. I do what I do because I was called to do it. I was asked the question, will you? And I said yes. So I'm here. All right. Utilize it. I am a resource. I am a resource. I am a healer on so many levels. All right. David, what's going on, Buff One? You know, we're about to be out now, but I appreciate you for being here anyway. All right, beloveds. You all take in what was said. Utilize your quarantine time and order time for reconnecting to the spirit, time for getting your business time together. Get your shit out. Do it. Like I said, it took me 2 days to do something I've been trying to do for 3 years. 2 days. And not even 2 full days, a matter of a couple of hours to do something I've been working on for 3 years. Sometimes, like I said, we have to be put in drastic situations. The Most High will put you on your ass and cause you not to be able to move so you can hear. That's a blessing. Level up. Level up. Communicate with one another. Get your resources together. Put them together. And let's build. This is the time to build. The ground is level now. The ground is level. Let's start planting some seeds. For real, for real. Watch them grow. Quickly. All right? He said he will definitely stand you still. Be grateful. Raise your vibration. Let me say that too. Solfeggio sounds, frequencies that are good for us. Okay? They're good for the universe. They are good for reconnecting us back to nature. They are good for us internally, for regenerating cells, all kinds of stuff. You'll be surprised how sound and energy can do what you do, I guess. All right then. Okay, David. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that at another time. We're going to get into it a little bit more in depth. Yep, drink water. Anointed Yvonne, thank you, loved one, for being here. I'm about to be out though, but I appreciate you for showing up. By all means, you already know I love you on purpose, with purpose. I will be back on Thursday with Patricia Goins, DJ Deshaun Johnson, and Missy Jones on blogtalkradio.com at 8 p.m. from 8 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, you don't want to miss that. Every Thursday we are on Blog Talk Radio It is on the move, unscripted, on purpose. That's 7 minutes exactly. But I want to hold you hostage. I say what I got to say, and then I'll be out. I give you the information and be out of here. But anyway, yep. So that's it. I love you on purpose, with purpose. See you Thursday, next Monday. Utilize this time, reflect, and listen. All right?